Hello everyone, Colby here and welcome back to Gizmo. Today we're putting the Xiaomi Mi 11 into a gaming, testing, FPS and battery test to see how well the Snapdragon 888 chipset performs on this device. If you haven't seen my unboxing and review video of the Xiaomi Mi 11, please check it out. There's a link in the description or the card above. The Xiaomi Mi 11 uses Snapdragon 888 processor, which is well known for performance in gaming, and other related specifications are 8 gigs of RAM, 2K display with 120Hz refresh rates, and 480Hz touch sampling rates, a 4600 mAh battery capacity, and a stereo speaker tuned by Harman Kardon. It has a benchmark score of 684,253, which is really impressive. So for the gaming, CPU temperature and FPS will be recorded with PevDog app and the test results will be displayed after each game. For the test, we'll be using an IRL thermometer, the phone itself, and a Black Shark fan cooler. The device is fully charged and present temperature of the device is 34 degrees Celsius at the top and 33 degrees Celsius at the bottom. Temperature for the back of the phone is 33 degrees Celsius at the top and 33 degrees Celsius at the bottom. And we have a room temperature of 33.8 degrees Celsius. For the gaming, each game will be played for 10 minutes. Now starting with Genshin Impact, the graphics is set to highest and frame rate is set to 60 FPS.
Let's head back to the statue of the Seven at Windrise and offer it to the gods. Well, you should come with me. Paimon will tell you about the rest later.
No one escapes my sights!
After 10 minutes of gaming on the Mi 11, now the battery is down by 5% and the phone feels hot. Checking on the FPS and CPU temperature stats, we have an average FPS of 48 FPS. The game started well with 59 to 60 FPS, but the FPS reduced as the temperature increased. We started with a CPU temperature of 38 degrees Celsius and then went as high as 50 degrees Celsius, which is really bad, making the phone uncomfortable to hold. I had a temperature of 49 degrees Celsius at the top and 44 degrees Celsius at the bottom. For temperature of the back of the phone, I had 48 degrees Celsius at the top and 43 degrees Celsius at the bottom. At this moment, I have to cool down the phone with my Black Shark fan cooler before I can continue the test.
5 minutes later.
Moving to the next game, which is Call of Duty Mobile with 94% battery remaining, I had a temperature of 31 degrees Celsius for the top and 31.2 degrees Celsius for the bottom before I started the game. For temperature of the back of the device, I had 31 degrees Celsius for the top and 30 degrees Celsius for the bottom. Graphics and frame rate was set to the highest, which is very high. So with this gaming, I had to play 2 games which lasted me 10 minutes and the gameplay was really smooth and immersive. After 10 minutes gameplay, we got the battery down by 5% again, leaving us at 89%. Temperature for the top and bottom part of the device was 44 and 41 degrees Celsius respectively. Turning over the phone, the temperature for the top was 43 degrees Celsius and the bottom was 38 degrees Celsius. Now back to the performance stats. I have an average FPS of 59 FPS for both games. As you can see, it shows that the gameplay was really smooth and there was no stuttering. However, we still got a bit of heating issues here with CPU temperature at 46 degrees Celsius. Even though the temperature was a bit high, it didn't affect the gaming like Genshin Impact did. Moving over to the next game, which is NBA 2K20, I had to check the temperature again because I cooled the phone to reduce heat, because it feels really uncomfortable holding this while gaming. So now we have a temperature of 31 degrees Celsius for the top and 32 degrees Celsius for the bottom. For temperature at the back of the phone, I had 32 degrees Celsius for the top and 31 for the bottom. CPU temperature was 34 degrees Celsius during the start of the game too, and graphics was set to max graphics for NBA 2K20.
Percentage has been bumped up into the high 50s now. And here in the second. Van Vliet. Outside Lowry. On deep. And he gets it to go. 3 points for him. That's how he comes effortless for him. He is so relaxed. He's going to get more intense. Back to Green. That's the lead. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Golden State. Here's Lowry. He's got 8. Let's it go with the 3. And the Raptors hit it in. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the 3-point shot. Just tries to cut over here. Lead outside. Eugene shot. He lays it in. Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today. Toronto calls timeout.
After 10 minutes of gameplay, the battery went down by 4%, leaving us at 85%. And the temperature for top and bottom of the device was 41 degrees Celsius and 40.5 degrees Celsius. Temperature for the back of the phone was 41 degrees Celsius and 39 degrees Celsius for the top and bottom respectively, which isn't bad. It didn't really feel warm like before. Moving over to the stats, we have an average FPS of 89 FPS, which is really impressive. Gameplay was really cool. I didn't experience any stutter. And we got a max CPU temperature of 45 degrees Celsius. Moving over to the last game, which is PUBG, I spent 10 minutes playing 2 death matches, starting with 84% remaining, and the graphic was set to Ultra HD, which is the highest, and FPS settings was set to Ultra. We had a temperature of 32 at the top and 33 degrees Celsius at the bottom for the front of the device. Temperature for the back of the phone was 32 degrees Celsius for the top and 31 degrees Celsius at the bottom. After 10 minutes gameplay, I had a temperature of 44 degrees Celsius at the top and 40.5 degrees Celsius at the bottom. For temperature of the back of the phone, I had 40 degrees Celsius at the top and 37 degrees Celsius at the bottom. Battery reduced by 5%, leaving us with 79% remaining. And we had an average FPS of 39.9 for both games, and a max CPU temperature of 45 degrees Celsius. So in all, I'm really impressed with the gaming, but one issue I have with this phone is the heating. And the temperature detection is dependent on the room temperature, since I've seen lower temps for testing in other videos. Most of the videos I've seen have room temperature below 20 degrees Celsius, and mine at the moment is 33 degrees Celsius. Speaking of the heating, this is because Snapdragon 888 uses more power, leading to more heat. With an issue like the Genshin Impact, I was enjoying the game at 60 FPS until the phone became warm and led to thermal throttling. I got 48 FPS after that. So with this, I don't really know if there is something Xiaomi can do about this, with maybe a software update or something. The phone is really good, it has great specs, but something should be done about the heating issues. If you have a cooling fan like the Black Shark Fan Cooler Pro, I advise you to use it if you're experiencing this issue. So that's it for my gaming review. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section. If you did enjoy the video too, kindly give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in another one.